fragrance friends, it's Six Pack Sarah, your Scentsy fragrance consultant, and today I have for you my October empties. It's like almost overflowing. So let's see what I got used up in the month of October. It's a Friday night here. The school week is over, work week is over-ish. My husband's a pastor, so his weekends are like his next work week. But anyway, we are ready to just have some fun talking about this, but super casual tonight. Okay, let's do some candles first. Pumpkin Donut Shop. Yes, it's not actually empty because I did put it in my candle crock to finish. It was starting to get sooty around the edges, but the first half burned really good and I really enjoyed it. And then when I put it in the candle crock, it was like a powerhouse, for me at least. Yeah, it just continued to perform really well and was sweet and yummy, like a sugared donut. Very good. I would buy this again. I can't stock up for next year just in case because it's sold out even online. So anyway, that was good. I would repurchase that, and I'm trying not to buy candles, so that's saying something. And then Apple Crisp, I also finished up in my candle crock. It's not sooty. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure though one of these wicks, like this happened because of the candle crock, but I'm pretty sure one of the wicks was pretty close to the edge and I just was over trying to babysit it. This one was pretty good. Not as much of a love for me as Pumpkin Donut Shop was, but I did enjoy it more than I thought I would when I first got it on Cold Sniff, but there you go. Let's see, some other bulky things in here. Non-wax. I finished up a Mrs. Meyer's apple cider dish soap. This and the Iowa Pine are my two favorite non-Scentsy dish soaps, so I enjoy using that in the fall, and sometimes my fall is longer than my fall, or I pull it out in the spring or whatever. And I finished up a Caramel Apple Craze hand soap from Scentsy, which I don't know. Did I buy this last year, the year before on a clearance sale? Anyway, but I know I used part of it last fall, but I dilute it into a foaming hand soap container and use it that way. So we got through that one, used that up. I believe that's all my non-wax, but we'll see. So let's do my one and only like tub. Caramel and Apple Donuts by Lavender and Speckles. I bought this last year for like my first Lavender and Speckles fall order. The notes are caramel and maple swirl blended perfectly with red delicious apples and cinnamon sugar donuts, and I was hoping it was more cinnamon donuts, but since it's the last note, maybe it's not very much because I got a lot of sweet from the caramel and the maple and the apple. And it was fine. It was good. But I was hoping for it to be something different. I don't know if I'd repurchase that again, but it wasn't bad. It's just not quite what I was looking for. And my one and only Teddy Bees cider cookies. This I got in 2023. And I used one of these souffles last year and one this year. This was better this year than the year before. But this also was not what I was expecting it to be. And Teddy Bees just doesn't really perform for me or smell what my expectations meet, so I just don't purchase Teddy Bees anymore, and that's just my personal preference. Okay, let's get some other vendor wax that I see here out of the way. So if you are more interested in Scentsy, I'll try to remember to timestamp it and you can skip ahead, but I can't promise that once I get to Scentsy that I won't find some more. We'll see. Alright, I used up my sample of Donut Shop and Apollo and Pretzel from Lavender and Speckles. It was fine. I'm not a Apollo person, so it was okay. I just used it. It's just not for me. And then Morning Pumpkin, I got this year. It was ready to warm on October 5th, and I went ahead and just used it last month. This is Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Coffee House, and Sugar Cookie Royale. And I really did enjoy this one. A lot of coffee house blends. I feel like the coffee house takes over everything. And this one didn't do that as much. And then the beginning of this, yeah, this smells good. The beginning of the scent really made me happy. And I think the Sugar Cookie Royale was coming out with that. So I can't decide if I just if I love this blend or if I mostly was excited about the Sugar Cookie Royale. But I would try it again, most likely. I used up my Grayson Ivy Candle Company cinnamon buns, and this one was very good. It doesn't have any notes, but you know, cinnamon buns, very cinnamony. If I were to repurchase from them, which I shouldn't because I don't like the consistency of the wax, but if I were to, this would be one of my repurchases. I did enjoy that cinnamon, but I can get that also from other places, so I don't need to go there. All of my bags like this, that just have my handwritten label on them, I put from a regular Rose Girls mini melter bag. I put a portion into here. So this is, I used up that portion, but not the whole mini melter bag. But I just wanted to talk about it. I really liked Casper. It's a little bit on the lighter side, but really yummy if you like cake scents. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Let's see. I used up my portion of candy corn cookies with Luke. Also really good. I don't know between the two if I like Casper or candy corn cookies with Luke better, but I like them both and they're around similar vibes, so they're both good. I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase candy corn cookies with Luke, but I would probably add it to an order. Right now I'm not supposed to let myself order unless Streuselkuchen is available, so I haven't been ordering, so good for me, right? Kris Kringle's Kitchen, I used up my portion of that. This is an apple cider or apple cider blend. And it is very good. I'm starting to be over the apple cider and cider lane blends, but I want to get through some more, so we'll see how that goes. But I did enjoy it. Vanilla Crunch Donuts. This was on the lighter side, but the yummy profile of it I really liked. And did somebody say Luke's Diner? I really liked this one too. I feel like it was a little bit like the Coffee House blend, but I really enjoyed that one. But I also do enjoy Luke's Diner that has like cream cheese frosting added, so similar. I used up this portion of cupcakes at Tiffany's. This has definitely been a repurchase for me. I like to have that on hand for a mixer if I need it for anything, which I probably should mix it with my remaining portion of Ooey Gooey Oatmeal Iced Marshmallow Coffee. So I used up this much. I have some more I'm trying to get through. And I think if I mixed it, that would make me happier. That one, I don't know if it's like clove in it or something's throwing me off. And I'm like, I like that it reminds me of fall, but I don't love putting it on. So apple cider donut holes. It's hard to say how this differs from apple cider donuts. Does it differ? But I feel like this is a little more cakey and the donut holes is just more apple-y, apple forward. Well, I did use up my entire Casper. So this was pumpkin pecan waffles, candy corn, and birthday cake. I didn't put a date on it for some reason, so I don't know when it was from. But yes, that one I would repurchase in the future. Would I be in the market for it? And Bear Claws. This one is pretty good. I had a Bear Claws candle once that I liked better than that, but it was good. Again, I would not go out of my way to purchase it, but I would possibly be swayed if I saw it on a list when I was purchasing. And I used up this bag from March of 2024 of Streuselkuchen. I made it last as long as I could, but I just used it up. So now I have one sampler size bag left, and that's all. So I need some back in my life because that's a favorite. I'm using my Customs that has it in the blend today, and it's just so good. Anyway, and then I've got two from Smith & Company, which is no longer in business, but Pumpkin Patch, which is on the cinnamon cake side. I love this one. Pumpkin, cinnamon, sugar, and dough. Super yummy, super cinnamony, but definitely bakery. And then candy corn, which is buttercream, vanilla, and spun sugar. This reads slightly body care to me, so I use it in our bedroom. And then it smells like a sweet body care, so that's fun. All right, let's move on to Scentsy and see what I got through with Scentsy. Oh no. One more sample from Lavender and Speckles. This was Cider Lane Smoked Vanilla and Icy Vanilla Woods from the Cider Lane sampler a year ago. I think I do like, well, no, I smell the smokiness. I don't know the difference between smoked vanilla and icy vanilla woods compared to whatever. But I think it was a good blend. I'm not huge into woodsy scents like that. So it wasn't like a love, but I did enjoy it more than I kind of expected to. So that was good. Speaking of kind of smoky scents, Silver Spur. This one I actually like the smell of on cold. But it's too much, at least as for me as home fragrance, like it's just too sharp and smoky for what I like in my house. But I like the scent profile decently. Now I think that the Scents of the Season scent, Christmas Tree Farm, smells sort of similar, but on cold at least I like that one even a lot better. So I'm excited to warm that one, but I haven't done it yet. So personally, I'm going to, if I choose one of them to club, it will not be Silver Spur. It will be the Christmas Tree Farm. But we gotta warm that first. Toasted caramel sugar. This one is so yummy, and I used it up because, this is my last bar. I used it up because I got 2 bricks of it, and I'm putting it back in my club. It's just sweet and yummy. It makes me happy. Like sugary sweet. I used Frights and Delights up. This one does have maple, and I do like it. It's like a lighter version of maple vanilla glaze, which I like in theory, but then when I warm it, sometimes I feel a bit headachy. So that one makes me sad. This one doesn't seem to make me headachy, and I like it. It is very sweet. So since I got the Scent of the Month kit for consultants and have several bars, I'm choosing not to club it, but I am enjoying it. I just have quite a few bars left. So those will just have to do me. I used up Fizzy Lifting Drink, which this Willy Wonka collection was in the flash sale, and I took too long deciding. I was gonna buy one and then I was gonna buy 2 sets, but the other things in my cart, I was like, I probably don't need these. So by the time I decided what to do, this was sold out. This one I would warm more of because it's like a strawberry candy sweetness. But it was the orange one in that collection that I really wanted. So good. So I have 1 bar left of that one, and I wouldn't let myself club it because of the license thing, but I kind of regret that. Anyway, so I'm sad that I missed it in the flash sale too, but oh well. Pumpkin Honey Spice. This was from the Harvest collection this year. So for me, the Harvest collection smells really good, but most of the scents remind me of other scents that I like or love. So I'm mostly just choosing to keep those ones around. This was probably my favorite of them all, but I think it reminds me of Frosted Cinnamon Roll. So I think it might be in my club at the moment, but I'm not supposed to keep it there, but I don't like to make decisions like that. Another bar of Frights and Delights is empty because I also made samples for people. Okay, Toasted Apple Butter. This one I got in May of 2024 because I love the cinnamon profile of it, but I don't love the apple. So the first few hours I don't like, but then the cinnamon is gorgeous. So I allowed myself to get like 1 or 2 more than I had at the time. Anyway, I have 1 left to use next year just for the cinnamon, but I believe that one's available in the Always Get My Bar promo going on so that you can add to club, but I did not add it back in. Trying to be good because I have plenty of others. Gimme Candy. I love this one. It's in my club. It didn't come back for anything this fall. It's caramely butterscotchy. It's sweet and I love that. Christmas Cottage Cider. This one was from 2 years ago. I like this one. I really do enjoy it, but to me this is the closest to the original Christmas Cottage scent, so I'm choosing not to get more. But I enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it, especially if you like Christmas Cottage. Zombie Punch I went ahead and used up. This is a fruity bar, so it's not very fall appropriate here in North America. And I don't usually like pineapple scents, but I do enjoy this one. I don't know. I believe I purchased one more. I don't remember which order it was in. And I tried to put it in my club that I hacked, but I saw that that one randomly retired between shipping it in November and skipping it in November. So if I choose to skip it a time later, I'm going to lose it. I decided that's okay. But I do enjoy it. So I don't know. Bon appetit from Ratatouille. This one was unique and interesting, and I finally made it through. Yeah, it does smell like yummy Italian food cooking. It's just not my favorite for home fragrance, and it sounds like it's not most people's favorite for home fragrance. Moonlight Whisper, I barely even remember this one. I must have used it up at the beginning of October. And yeah, it was kind of light. Velvet Cashmere Woods, the new one, way better. The new release bar, it's way better. Pink Sunshine, this is a club bar for me. This one was from March of 2024, and I definitely have a stockpile, but I use it in my daughter's room, 1 cube at a time, and it lasts for days, like 3 to 5 days usually. But I really do enjoy it when I put it on, so that's staying in my club for now. Cider Mill. Okay, it smells good today. I have a weird relationship with this bar. I loved it for years, but then it got bitter. But it does not smell bitter right now. It smells quite delightful. So, I believe I'm avoiding clubbing it because of that. But I want to love it so much. So hopefully it just keeps coming back for everyone, because it won't be in my club. Maybe. I'm not sure, because my hack is kind of switched up with all this always get my bar stuff. This is a bar from Smith & Company that I overlooked, and it's pumpkin spice, pumpkin, clove, cinnamon, and pecan. I really enjoyed this. Much more than I expected, but I think that was the day I put cinnamon buns in my candle crock, I think is what happened. So I don't actually know, like, did I love them both, or was it cinnamon buns taking over? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can't repurchase this, so it doesn't really matter. Caramel Apple Craze is so good. I really hope they keep this around for several years, because it's really good. You gotta like caramel and sweet, but it's got just enough apple that it's appley, but it's not overtaking it. Like the caramel and apple donuts one, that was overtaking with apple. So Autumn Blaze Maple is my favorite fall scent, and I can't tell you why. To me, it doesn't smell like maple, but it probably does. And I get cinnamon. It's a brighter cinnamon than some, but it's so good. It's just so good. Frosted Vanilla. I took this out of my one club, and then I was like, I shouldn't have done that. So it's back in from the always get my bar stuff. But I have to keep warming it, see if I want it, because my friend also wanted it, and that's what I regretted, that I took that option away from her. So, Amy, make sure you club that. Okay. Anyway, that one's good. Moving right along, Spiced and Spirited. This is another one that I was undecided on because I love it. But it's similar to other things, so I didn't know if I needed to keep it in my club. I was able to push it out till like May, so it will be May anyway. But I might just get one more bar while it's available and then not club it. I don't know. But at least I have the option now. Cranberry Pumpkin Spice. This is on my maybe list for the Always Get My Bar Club. I had the bar originally. I wasn't sure on it. I decided I could live without it, and then I tried it when it came back this summer for Bring Back My Bar, and I was like, why did I think I could live without this? But now I think I can live without it, so I don't know. I know a lot of people like it, which is great. I think that cranberry and pumpkin or some stuff cranberry leans bubblegum for me, which is, I don't understand why, but Spiced Pecan Cream or Creme from the Harvest Collection. To me, this smells more like honey than the pumpkin honey spice. I don't know. It's pretty good. I think I would repurchase it in the future, but I don't need to like keep it. And Apple Harvest Dreams, also from the Harvest Collection. I think it smells like apple spice season, but it's good. Some days I think it's better than apple spice season. Sometimes I don't think so. So I don't know. In fact, here's apple spice season. I also used up a bar of that. Yeah, they're so similar to me. And to the pumpkin apple candle. Anywho. Crumb Top. This is a good bakery. I put this in my club when it came out for Bring Back My Bar, and I was like, I'll just keep it in till I'm like sick of it. I'm not sick of it. Yep, so I'm just still using it. It reminds me of old school, like 10, 15 years ago, Scentsy, when I was not really using bakery, but like when I would go to parties and smell things. That's what it reminds me of. Ginger Cookie Crunch. I was sad this wasn't in the Always Get My Bar promo. I was kind of going to move it around, or I don't know what I was going to do. It's so good, though. I'm glad I kept that one in my club. I think it's similar to Toffee Butter Crunch, so I almost didn't keep it, but they're different enough that I crave them both. Winterberry Apple Tea. I didn't crave this one as much this year as the last couple, but I did like this bar, and I'm going to work on one more bar in November, so that's good. Honeycrisp Harvest. I was sad when I used this bar up, but it's a little bit too perfumey for me. Perfumey, floral, I don't know. It is slightly similar to Pink Sunshine in some ways, but for some reason I like that one way more. Anyway, so I almost added this back in my club to get another bar, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay without it. Here's my frosted cinnamon roll. I like that one. It's not as sweet tonight as usual. Vanilla Amber. I love this one. Yep. I just used that in my bedroom this week. That was nice. And Huddle Up, probably my least favorite of all of these. Maybe the Palo Santo from Lavender and Speckles, but the least favorite Scentsy. It was fine in my garage. I used it up in my garage, but then I just didn't go in my garage much. Oh, here's some random stuff at the bottom. I used up this tester that is unmarked, and I couldn't tell what it was. It might have been almond croissant or butter pecan or something along that lines. I don't know. I couldn't really smell it warm either, but it was one of those types of bakeries. I had one little piece of Rose Girls, a little bit flaky, that I used up, and another Grace and Ivy Candle Company Harvest Cupcakes, which was pumpkin, vanilla, buttercream, and cinnamon. It was okay. Is this what the Gilmore Girls bar reminds me of? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. That's all. We're empty. I'm back and splicing this in because I was doing some cleaning and I realized I forgot to bring out my fragrance flowers. They weren't in my bin because even though these are empty, I didn't want to I don't know, I just don't like having them whichever way in my bin. So anyway, I finally finished up 2 different fragrance flowers. This is the Happy Birthday one, and it was in the whiff box. I believe it was July 2024, and then they brought some in clearance or flash sales later. This one was my whiff box one, and I remember I for sure put it out on my birthday, so back in May, and I would say the oil level went down decently fast, and it made this gorgeous purple color. Like, this is one of my purples. I like a lot of purples, but I love this one. So I really enjoyed having this out, and then even when the oil was basically gone, I smelled it, or at least whiffs of sweet cake, I just had it in our back bathroom. So whatever scent was going on, I could also get whiffs of this cake. And it was so good and so beautiful. So I just kept it out until this month. I haven't gotten whiffs for quite a few days. I think I can take that away now. So here we are. Emptied out. But yeah, that's like, I had it in there for 6 months, so that's cool. And then this one was a blue grotto one. I keep this one in our church bathroom so we don't have to find any plugs. I looked around. There were no plugs in there. Anyway, I thought this was the best option for that bathroom, and it's been working out well. I didn't grab my box to see when I put this out, but it was definitely in the summer months, or like maybe even May with this one, around that time. So it lasted a really long time too. I still could sort of smell it in there, but like I can get a whiff of it there, but not too bad, not too much. So I'm putting in a new one, but yeah, so both of these lasted for several months in a bathroom. Thanks for watching my rather late empties video from October. Let's get back to warming, shall we?